don't like them, don't need them, don't want them.
The unequivocal desire to make money. Readers are beginning.
And when he spots two men in a pickup truck filming him, he approaches to tell them just that.
What are you doing in my canyon?
No, hey, I just came from four-wheel driving.
Hey?
I was four-wheel driving up in levels, man, with my buddy. Can you see how much money my car is?
Turn it off.
It's off.
Turn it off. Turn it off, man.
Why did I turn it off for?
Unable to reason with the photographers,
she says, no, I don't want my picture taken with my daughter.
And I'd missed Michael J. Fox a couple of times. He happened to be hot at the time. His movies were, hits all over the world.
Fox has nothing but, and Malafronte hit the jackpot, capturing these photos of Fox, his wife, and their baby in front of their New York apartment.
You're chasing around a bunch of celebrities that sometimes want to be
do what they want to do, as long as they don't hurt anybody. People still want to know what celebrities are doing and what they're up to. And I'm just
pursuit. And after countless invasions of their private lives, many stars have decided to fight back. After years of being stalked, TV sitcom stars Michael J. Fox and Paul Reiser testified before Congress.
For years, we have spotted photographers around the edges of our personal property and trailing us in
operation to destroy the paparazzi. Clooney boycotted Paramount's Entertainment Tonight after Hard Copy, also owned by Paramount, aired paparazzi-type footage of him with then-girlfriend Celine Balatron. After 2 weeks with stars like Whoopi Goldberg and Madonna joining in, Paramount backed down, promising never to purchase unauthorized or illegally obtained footage again.
He's the...
Just give me a good picture.
When Brat's plea didn't work, Roberts tried a different approach.
You guys have had enough, then we'll have our day.
We just want one good one,
pursue
and we'll leave you alone.
Other things.
Just let us have one nice shot. Come on.
But the persistent stalkerazzi had no intention of to be spied on in his private life. When photographer E.L. Woody received a tip about Carrie's secret wedding, the star's desperately sought privacy was completely jeopardized.
Sure enough, here comes Jim Carrey with Lauren, Holly, in a Thunderbird convertible. They got to Malibu, went up on the side of a cliff, and had...
Take a picture to my child, all right? Buzz off, right now.
Come on, JT, you should be used to waiting on divas by now. In this clip, Justin looks anything but in sync with his driver.
Left, 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 right, left.
We're not sure where Britney Spears' old flame was coming from, but we do know where the limo driver is going if he doesn't get curbside pronto.
I don't know, but I've been told divas aren't worth their weight in gold.
Too bad Justin didn't make arrangements for his gal pal Cameron Diaz to pick him up. Why, they could have been canoodling already.
Fall in.
It's been a busy week in Hollywood, so let's check in with the paparazzi on patrol. First, to Hollywood, where we see that sometimes A-listers gotta wait in line just like the rest of us. After making a scene at this industry shindig, heartthrob Leonardo DiCaprio and superhero friend Tobey Maguire were spotted trying to get their cars out of this overcrowded parking garage. Leo's new ponytail and goatee were on display, as was his fondness for cigarettes. Ah, well, you gotta do something while they track down the Lexus, right, Leo? Meanwhile, over in Beverly Hills, paparazzi hit the trail with California's new governor. Okay, so Arnold has a hard time saying California. California? Oh, that big chunk of land above Mexico. In this clip, the fiscally responsible politician chooses to not rack up the state's expense account at a fancy eatery and instead eats at a Planet Hollywood, a restaurant he used to co-own. Hey, isn't that Arnie's True Lies pal Tom Arnold joining the governor for lunch? I'll tell you, haha, a while back when Pierce Brosnan popped up in the tabloids for buying a bong in a head shop. Well, only CU brings you the video behind the headlines. Now, when we saw this footage of Pierce purchasing a water bong in a smoke shop in Malibu, California, we decided to give him the benefit of the doubt. We choose to believe he was just researching an upcoming role in a new Cheech and Chong movie, or perhaps he's looking for an unusual flower vase for his lovely wife, Keely. We're not sure, but we do know that he's pretty damn picky. He spent over an hour browsing before purchasing a pipe by renowned designer Marcel. And guess how much this little goodie cost, Pierce? $1,000. On this night, it looks like he's doing some star watching of his own. But who's this guy on the right? Diane Cannon never misses her favorite guys in yellow. Here are Hollywood heavyweights Steven Spielberg and David Kelly. Maybe they're working a deal. Leonardo DiCaprio is a big fan, but as usual tries to keep a low profile. Looks like Denzel Washington's not happy with the referee's call. Baywatch heartthrob David Hasselhoff chatting up girls for a new show. And David's pal Pamela Anderson seems extra bouncy this night. Now, if you can't score a ticket to the game, all you gotta do is stand outside to catch a glimpse of Tinseltown's finest.
Good. How's the game?
Good night. Or frostiest. Ashton Kutcher seems a little lost. Dude, where's your car? And finally, what event would be complete without Snoop Dogg and his posse? Yeah, the Lakers are in the hizzle, and this has to play 24 hours a day. The role of dear old dad. Here, the paparazzi caught the gloved one, masked one, on a little shopping trip for his beloved children. Michael peruses an exclusive high-end children's store in Beverly Hills looking for just the right thing to put under the tree. You've heard Michael sing, you've seen him dance, and you've watched him moonwalk, but we got an exclusive on his newest dance move, the crawl. Is this guy an artist or what? Let's see Justin Timberlake try that. Well, it's good to see that despite everything that's going on in Michael's life right now, he's still got the moves. John, we thought we'd let Mark answer that question himself.
You choke-ass bitch. You'll never make it in this business.
Enough said. Mark comes to his senses and remembers it's all about the fans. Christina M. from Newport, Rhode Island writes, Dear CU, I love your show, but show me some Kenny G or lose me forever. Kenny G? Hey, guys, can we afford to lose one viewer? No? Oh, okay. All right, you asked for it, you got it. Nah, screw it. Lose the viewer.
Don't run away. Don't run away. You're a jerk. Well, you know what?
I felt really sorry for Tom because he went up and he was walking the red carpet and he stopped to give an interview, and suddenly he would have got the shock of his life when all this liquid just sprayed on his face.
Yes. Now, why would you do that?
Now, that could have been acid, that could have been boiling hot water. Thankfully, it was cold water, and I actually felt sorry for him, and I think Tom reacted in an appropriate manner, and I think those blokes were actually out of line.
I think it's fair to say that Tom wasn't that impressed with this reporter's microphone technique. Or, for that matter, Peter Overton's interview technique.
Long time.
Now, in this 60 Minutes interview, when talk turned to his relationship with Nicole Kidman, Tom lost his cruise control.
And do you have a relationship where you talk, it's a parenting relationship, and talk professionally about each other's work?
Listen, here's the thing, Peter.
Yeah.
You're stepping over a line now. You're stepping over a line. You know you are.
I suppose they're questions that people want to know.
Peter, you want to know. Take responsibility for what you want to know. Don't say what other people. This is a conversation that I'm having with you right now.
You're right.
Okay, so...
You're not saying it. You're the one who's saying that he's a child molester.
Things became a little bizarre when the conversation turned to accusations LaToya had made against her brother Michael.
Don't keep making the accusation. Unless you're prepared to support it, don't make the accusation.
Because you know what? You're telling children that it's okay to be abused, and
no, we're not. No, we're not. We're saying nothing like that.
If anybody's touching you...
As the interview progressed, host Ray Martin became just a little bit concerned about LaToya's mental state.
LaToya, have you had psychiatric help?
The way he's talking, he sounds like he's an abuser, the way he's speaking.
Have you had psychiatric help?
He sounds exactly like he's an abuser.
Who? Who sounds like they're an abuser?
I mean, have you been with him? Is that the problem? You've been with him and you're afraid that that's going to come out?
Do you make these accusations?
Is that your fear?
Do you make these accusations as clearly as that?
That's not an accusation. I'm asking you a question because you're acting as if you have a chip on your shoulder, and there's no reason for you to act that way.
But that's as absurd as everything else you say.
Everything else you're saying, too, is ridiculous. I think what you're saying is totally ridiculous. I am not stabbing him in the back.
Well, Ms. Jackson carried on with that nonsense for about another 25 minutes, all the time being prompted by someone in the studio, but off camera. Presumably her husband manager, Jack Gordon, until our bizarre interview ended this way.
People like you will let this go on, and it's very, very wrong.
Who's talking to you in the background?
I refuse to sit here and listen to you talk this way. I think it's wrong of you.
Who's talking to you in the background?
So I have nothing else to say to you whatsoever. I think what you're doing is wrong. I'm sorry. Goodbye. And yes, I'm talking to you so you can hear what I'm saying. I can't hear you, but I definitely want you to hear what I'm saying. Because you do have a serious problem. You do need to go see a psychiatrist. Goodbye.
Normie Rowe was slugging it out. Got a little bit heated.
No, sorry, let me say something, mate. Shut up for a minute.
Mark, he might
Let's go back to one thing that the monarchy does present.
Believe it or not, I had a day off school that day. I had a sickie. I had appendicitis. I told my mum I had appendicitis anyway. And I was sitting at home and I'm watching, and we're just watching, this toing and froing, and Normie sort of wearing his heart in his sleeve, and we just see the tension sort of starting to build, and they're on their feet, and I'm like, Mum, come and have a look at this.
And you are a sanctimonious. I have been an Australian from day one.
You live with a badge, and that's all you got.
Do you know what that is?
What is it? What is it? Hang on. He's not going to push me.
Those two blokes were a couple of hotheads, and they just gave into the moment, and it was a gift.
I am not saying
you're playing on the fact you fought for Australia, therefore nobody else has the right.
That's bloody ridiculous.
That's yours.
Some people would have been horrified by that, I'm sure, at home. Some people would have thought, beauty, started barracking. But no one sitting at home would have been unmoved by it.
What is it? Hang on.
Next minute, Ronnie's throwing him. It was just outstanding television.